now that you have a pool and it's quite private,
Yep.
and then you have a bathtub inside,
Yeah.
it's purely aesthetic, right?
Yes. I've never used the bathtub before. Yeah, so like it's like if you want to spend time in the water, I might say just go into the pool, right?
Hello everyone, my name is Alex Lee and I am from Design Seeds. Today's episode on Design Seed, let us share with you this incredible makeover of a 50-year-old single-story corner house that initially looks like this. And now, it turns out like this. Once a rundown relic of the past, it has now been transformed into a modern villa that epitomizes elegance and comfort of tropical living. Before we begin, if you're not subscribed to us yet, click on the subscribe button and support us in pursuing our journey in bringing up the interior design and architecture scene into greater heights. Ever had that thought of buying an old property in the neighborhood and transforming it into your dream home? As you can see, the house was in dire need of refurbishment to be livable again. Being a corner terrace house, it had a generous stretch of land on the side, but the garden, left unattended, had blossomed into a wall. The walls were worn, the roof had seen better days, and overall structure seemed to groan under the weight of time. But when others saw decay, Kenneth Tan, the humble owner of the property, saw potential. The journey began with stripping down the old and make way for the new. Walls were knocked down, new foundations were laid, and a fresh vision was brought to life. The goal was to merge the charm of the past with the conveniences of modern living that was crafted to suit Kenneth's daily lifestyle.
My name is Kenneth. What I do is basically F&B in general. Like I run cafes, restaurants and bars. So that is my full-time occupation. Yeah. Why it's named Respite House is because it is a place for me to come back and kind of relax and to escape the hustle and bustle of the city. And also just a place for me to rest after work. Looking for a single story was not something that I completely said it has to be a single story, but I think at the end of the day I asked myself, how much space do I actually need per se, right? I realized that I only needed probably a mid-sized condo or apartment between 1,000 square feet to not more than 2,000 square feet interior space. That was what I truly needed. And that kind of narrows me to just basically a single-story terrace. For me, it was important to have enough indoor space, not too much of it, but also the quality of indoor space. What improves the quality of indoor space is basically what is adjacent to the indoor space, which is in this case the swimming pool, which was something that I truly wanted. Not because I like to swim, but I do truly enjoy just waking up to the sight of water. The reflection of the water through the ceilings, as well as like just the sound of what we're hearing even right now that is just rippling down the drains. This is something that is very emotional. For the front porch area, obviously the main difference you would see is the fact that the gate has been enlarged. I've also actually put up a vent block wall, which then, if you ask me, gives the front door a little bit more privacy, which I think I prefer. Anybody that passes by the front of the house would not see into the main door directly. So I think that gives some privacy, and also it actually creates a foyer space where you can actually just put your shoes or to store whatever, and it gives this intermediate kind of space, which is, I feel, makes the whole entry experience a lot more pleasant.
Now, embrace yourself and let's see how the interior turned out from this to this. The living area, once gloomy and dated, is now a spacious, inviting sanctuary. Modern finishes, elegant fixtures, and a soothing color palette giving the fresh home a contemporary feel. The layout was thoughtfully crafted, with the rooms and bathrooms gracefully aligned on the left, while the right side, facing the pool, featured an open floor plan that opens out directly to the pool area.
So as you come into the house, the main difference is that I think the kitchen overall space has been actually shrunk compared to previously where the whole back of the house was actually the kitchen. So I also opted to have a small pantry area rather than just an open kitchen, so whereby I can keep all my electrical appliances hidden if I wanted to. And at the front of it was a peninsula, which is also where the bar counter is currently housed. I've also obviously planned it for a coffee machine, and that is obviously because I spend a lot of my time in the morning actually making coffee. So that was a very important element to the kitchen area. So also the biggest difference as a whole is the fact that the kitchen, dining and living is also sharing one singular space, which is what also typically a condo would have. I think it's one of the most space efficient, and also more importantly, I think if I have guests around, I generally like to be able to see everybody, and I think it kind of improves the interaction between guests so that you can't really, there's no place to hide per se, right? So I think that was what I wanted as well. Motorized curtain was something that I, in the beginning, never thought I needed, but now that I have them, I think I've just gotten used to using them. This is something that I feel like it's just a convenience that you never have thought of.
Although it's not a big house, it's packed with appliances, gadgets, and even a motor to operate the pool, making it challenging to cut down on electricity usage with all the modern tech available. But this is where Kenneth was ahead of the curve. This episode is proudly sponsored by Solaroo, your one-stop solution for solar PV systems in Malaysia. They help you manage and prioritize energy costs through the use of strategic energy management. Did you know that installing solar panels, even on a smaller home like this, can lead to significant savings? It's not just about benefiting from electricity rebates. Installing solar panels on the roof also helps reduce the heat gain, making the house cooler naturally. It's a win-win situation for your wallet and the environment.
I think this was something I thought about even in the beginning. Having solar panels, it's probably the right thing to do if your electricity bill is probably from 400 ringgit above or more, because at that point is where you start to pay a lot of non-subsidized electricity. My current panels that I have on my roof actually powers almost the entire house. In fact, it covers probably 90% of my electricity bill on most months on average. So I think in essence, it's really worthwhile because after 5-6 years, you get back all your money, and then from then on, you basically get nearly close to free electricity after that. So I think it's just something that people should really consider.
Like most conventional terrace houses at the rear of the property, it was initially the kitchen, but Kenneth's idea was to have this master suite relocated to the far back of the property. The master suite spans across the entire width of the property, comfortably fitting a large bathroom with a bathtub, a huge wardrobe area, and a fascinating bedroom that faces a swimming pool.
The initial floor plan was the master bedroom was facing the front porch of the house, and I've relocated it to the back of the house, partly because I like the space planning of a condo layout whereby the kitchen is typically at the front, and then adjacent to that will usually be the dining room, which is also what I have here, and then subsequently will be the living room as well as the bedrooms usually at the further end of the property. I think that is the biggest change that I've made, and also I guess for this property specifically, the rooms was facing the outside. I've also flipped that, and now the two guest rooms are actually on the inner side of the property. I think it makes a lot of sense for what is the use, because I get actually an open plan living.
This clever move doesn't just benefit the master room in terms of the size, but it was also to move the bedroom further away from the dust and noise from the streets. Speaking of dust, many would be curious, how do you maintain cleanliness if your property is close to the roads? In this project, Kenneth uses the Dreame L20 Ultra robot vacuum. The L20 Ultra is a powerful vacuum that is also sleek and stylish to be parked alongside to blend in your interior spaces. With its powerful suction and intelligent navigation, cleaning becomes a breeze, leaving more time for moments that matters. Get a deeper clean throughout your home with Dreame's exclusive AI-driven Mop Extend technology and impressive dual scrub mopping system. I must say, one of the most exciting additions is the new swimming pool. Positioned at the side of the house, this oasis offers a perfect spot for relaxation and entertainment. Surrounded by a beautifully landscaped garden, it's an inviting escape from the hustle and bustle of daily life.
I love it. Like just like listening to it, like even right now, it's just like it's something that like I cannot explain. Like why is it worthwhile, you know? But it is like I don't regret it. Yeah.
From the ground up, every detail was meticulously planned and executed. The old, dark interiors were replaced with open and airy spaces. Large windows were installed to flood the home with natural light, creating a seamless connection between the indoor and outdoor living. We hope this story inspires you to see the hidden potential in every space. Remember, with a bit of creativity and determination, any house can become a dream home. My name is Alex Lee and I am from Design Seeds. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like and share this video and help us grow the channel. This will allow us to constantly gather and curate more and more compelling design episodes. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week.